All of you. Thank you so much for introducing me. I also feel that with all that degrees, I feel I've become very old. and the way you've said that you are excited and eager to be here, so am I. We've kind of delayed by 5-10 minutes, so if possible, I may have to catch up with that 5 or 10 minutes beyond like 4:15. I hope that is okay with all of you. Yes? Are you all going to be silent like this for the next 2 hours? You talk. Have you all made friends here? Okay. That's very nice. And have you been around the city? No, not allowed. Only? Very good. So how many of you are here for the first time at OU? First time at Osmania University? All of you? Wow. And are you familiar with the history, the background, the heritage of this university? No, and I'm not here to tell you that. I think that is something all of you should learn as you are here. And when you go back to your respective colleges, you should also share the history of this university. You should do that. Yeah? And similarly, when you have come here, you should tell us about your college, your place, the place where you have come from. All that is very important. And as you talk about it, we are also talking about the culture, heritage, and we are passing all this through language, right? So language, if you just think that language is just this, is it just English grammar when you think of English language? No. So whenever we think of language, language comes with so many things attached to it. And today we are going to look a little bit on what exactly English grammar is. How many of you find grammar very interesting? You think it is a very interesting topic? Yes, really? If I tell you, grammar, I find it very boring. Because I am constantly thinking about, is my sentence written correctly? Am I speaking it the correct way? If I keep thinking about that, I am kind of stopping myself from thinking about the meaning of my sentence. So theories of language has changed. We need an equal, are you all with me? Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So whenever we think of language, both meaning and form are important. What do we mean by form? Form meaning the grammar, the structure of a sentence. I can understand Telugu, but my Telugu proficiency is really poor. So today in this class, what I thought is, all of you are really expert in Telugu language? You also speak English language? You all speak English language. You're all able to read it. First, let us have that confidence that yes, I know. So other than English and Telugu, what are the other languages that we speak? Hindi. What's your mother tongue? What are the different? Ah, right. That is what I'm saying. And the tribal language that all of you speak, that is not same, right? That is again going to be different. Yes? I may not know the language that you speak at home, but I can understand Telugu. My speaking abilities are really poor with respect to Telugu, but I manage to communicate. That is also because I studied in different schools. So the way you speak Telugu and the way you speak your home languages. Your home language may not have a script to write. Yeah, does it? But you will have lots of stories in your language, your home language I'm saying. Yes, can I hear names of some of the languages that you speak at home? Yes, ma'am. What? Banjara. Banjara is the name of the language you speak at home? Yes, ma'am. Okay. And? Gondi. Okay. Marathi. Marathi has a script. Banjara language, I don't know whether it has a script or not. Okay, very good. So the reason why I'm saying about this is because whenever we think about English language, when you say that English grammar is not very interesting, sir, you're covering the board, right? How will they see the screen? Yeah. So every language has its own grammar. Yeah. So we shouldn't feel that English grammar is difficult or it's not very interesting. So all we need to understand is for me to make sense when I speak, when I write, there is a structure that I need to follow, and for that structure I need English grammar, or for that matter any language. For that meaning to be communicated, the grammar, little bit knowledge of the grammar of that language becomes important. Fine. So what I'll do today is I'm going to focus on most important aspects or the basics of English grammar that you require for your academic support. Right? Am I going too fast?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. In case I go fast, or in case you do not understand what I'm saying, you want me to repeat, feel free to stop me and ask me question. Okay? There is a board there, and that board I'll see if I will write on that or whether you have to write on that. That's okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Can I proceed then? Okay, I can use this. Now, the first slide, so I said that I'm going to focus on basic things. Now, the slide, as you can see, the important components that I want to focus for today's presentation will be, I will begin with subjects and verbs. Yeah, familiar with this?
Yes.
You would have heard it. In case you know the answers, we'll discuss that. If you already know it, it will kind of brush up all your knowledge, and we can also have better interaction if you are able to share your sentence samples or examples. Then articles, tenses, punctuation a little bit. All this actually, if we look at language and as we speak, you will realize that all these aspects come together. Fine?
Yes.
Now, to begin with, let me first show you this slide. Yeah. Can we switch off maybe this slide? Is the board visible to you?
Yes,
Or can it be more dark? Because students at the last bench. Okay, great. Could one of you please read the first one? Maybe someone from the last rows. Yes, please.
Data electronics by 60% stake in Digitron local arm for iPhone plant. Gold breaches RS 83,000 mark for first time. Ranji Trophy star watch Rohit Sharma self destructs again. Jadeja offers a reminder. Frustration for Pant and Jaiswal. After RG car first room, why Mamata government remains at odds with junior doctors.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. What are all these? Headlines. Yeah, and this is from a popular magazine, the Indian Express, and this is today's. I've just picked up few headlines from today. But why have I picked up these headlines? Is it? How?
These are from
For
articles.
grammar, yes.
These are from articles.
These are from articles, okay. Okay, I have one point. Can you put that phone down, please? Because we already have a pen and paper in hand, so let us try to make notes as much as possible. Okay. Yes, as you've said that there is some grammar in it. But is there actually grammar? If I tell someone today, gold breaches rupees 83,000 mark for the first time, you will get some sense. You get the meaning of it. But what you need to also see is that because these are headlines, is there something that is very common amongst these headlines? What is common? From a language, from a grammar perspective. Grammar? Simple present tense. Thank you so much. Now that's a big term. What is a simple present tense? All of us are familiar with simple present tense? Yes. You say yes. Okay. We will come to tenses and I would require more examples then. So one thing as, your name please? Jayesh. Okay. As Jayesh had said, headlines follows present simple tense. Or simple present tense. And you will see that most of the time these articles and prepositions etc. are missing from here. But if we look at the way it is written, the headlines, it follows some form of tense. Something is missing, yet information is there. Even if it is something that we talk about future, still the tense would be in present tense. Right? Now, along with the tenses, there is something very important here, which was there in the previous slide. That circle where I said I'm going to discuss for us. Subjects are there, verbs are there, okay. Are you able to see any punctuation here? Punctuation marks, are you able to see? You are able to see what all punctuation marks we are able to see? Comma. Sorry? Hyphen, very good. Because it is a compound word, there is a hyphen. Okay. Yeah, so commas. There is one more thing which is missing here. Where is full stop? Full stop, do you see full stop? Full stop is missing. Would it have a full stop in a headline? Have you ever seen any headline with a full stop? Now, when I say it is missing, let me complete. I was saying that there is something here that you are not saying. Where is question? Star, watch, hyphen. This? This. Are you referring to this? Your name, please? Surekha. Surekha, you are referring to this? Colon. Very good. Yeah, that is what I was saying. Thank you so much for pointing that out. So, what we see is these are just headlines, but there is so much of English grammar related aspects that you are able to see here. Do you all read English newspapers or English news? Do you follow every day? No? Sometimes can be changed to more often. Yes, you can start doing that, and next time when you look at a headline, think of this class and please don't please don't forget. Even in news, when you watch news, you will see things scrolling at the bottom of the TV screen. So you try to see what are the language, what are the words that come, what tense are they using. It should be in present tense. Okay, let's move ahead with this short activity. We'll come back to that and understand. Okay, this is a definition that I have put here. How do you understand grammar? How do you understand the word grammar? Now, other thing that is very important, and today I want you all to also simultaneously think, is your first language or your home language. Yeah? So, when you think of your own language, think of how grammar plays an important role in your own language. Is it important?
Grammar is not
Grammar is not important in your language? Why do you say it is not important in your language?
No script. We will just listen and speak with each other.
Okay.
Without grammar.
But still, when you speak, there is some structure which is there, right? It is important. Why do you say it is not important? Then how will I learn if I have to learn your language? So you will not teach me the language. Yeah, but how will I speak?
Listening is most important, ma'am.
So what I'm saying is, even if I have to listen, even when I listen, I will follow a structure, won't I? Say, for example, we all know this, because in English we follow this. Very good. Give me an example then.
She plays cricket.
Any other example? Let me just write that.
She plays Coco.
Okay? So you are saying that in English there is this structure called she plays English, and it follows subject, verb and object. Right? And you are saying that your language there is no grammar in it. Now if you have to say she plays cricket in your home language, what is it? Telugu I can try. Ame cricket ఆడుతుంది. Now ఆడుతుంది is our verb. So verb will come here. ఆమె క్రికెట్ ఆడుతుంది. ఆమె క్రికెట్ ఆడుతుంది. So what does our structure become then? Now this we are talking about Telugu. Subject. That is Telugu we are saying. Now please think of your own language that you speak at home. It doesn't have a script. How will you say this? How will you say that?
Sorry, cricket rummies.
Chori.
Sorry, cricket rummies.
Chori.
Sorry,
Cricket.
Ramach.
Okay, I may not be able to pronounce it. Hello, are you able to see? Didn't we just follow the same structure?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, all of you very confidently, very happily told me there is no grammar in your language.
No grammar.
There is some structure. There is some structure. There is some rule. Now, I cannot say chori. I can say that. Both are acceptable. See, there is a difference. So, structure is important. Yes, thank you. Only English what? Only English? So in our language, grammar is not important. And can I bring, going by your theory, can I bring this chori at the end? Why? If grammar is not important in your language, what do the choris here say? What do the girls say here? Okay.
Ma'am, accept, ma'am.
No, it's a nice discussion. It's a very nice discussion. Okay, let's proceed. So there are certain features or certain rules in our language which may be flexible. That is a very important thing about your language. That there is some amount of flexibility. In English, I cannot have that flexibility.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I say cricket plays she?
No, ma'am.
If I'm writing some poem, I can say that. Right? In some any literary, very creative kind of a thing, I may say that. Maybe in a headline, I may say that. I don't know. But when I'm talking, if I say cricket plays she, people will look at me that there is something not okay. Right? But somehow I'm able to make the meaning of that. So that way I'm very happy. Okay. So maybe there are rules in your language which are flexible, but every language has some structure or the other. That is when we are able to have a successful communication. Fine. Okay. And obviously you, in your home language, you may not have the written thing, but when you speak, when others speak, when there are these oral narrations, oral stories being conveyed, there is a structure, there is a format you all understand, which is very specific to you. Okay, let us now proceed. Now all of us know this.
Subject and verb.
We all now understand that in a sentence there is a subject, there is a verb, and there is an object. Right? Now because all of you are a little bit familiar with this, I have given you 2 examples here. Right?
Woman rights.
Yeah.
Pushpa.
Pushpa, not the movie. Pushpa, a girl.
This girl name.
Really, I don't know anyone by that name. But what I'm saying is that in English, when we see that structure, we are able to see that irrespective of whether it is a person or a concept, people, that there are subjects, there could be one subject in a sentence, there could be more than one subject. Right? 2 subjects also can appear in a sentence. Now, how do we define the subject? The main character of no photos, no cameras, pen and paper. Please try to write down. And the writing would help us to remember also. So there are 2 sentences that you are able to see on the screen. What are the subjects in that? Subjects are the main characters, we are saying. And then what we are also saying is that usually in English, the subjects are in the beginning of the sentence. It could be persons, it could be places, ideas that do something or are something. So now human rights are natural rights. Here, Noori and Pushpa had an excellent training session. So here the subject is Noori and Pushpa. Can we have some other examples, please? Students, this side, last couple of rows. Anyone would like to share an example of a sentence? Not as simple as that. I have given you a different context.
Vijay and Rajesh had went to a lounge.
I was saying this side. I would like all of you to participate in the class. Students are listening to who? To me. Now say that again. Students are listening to. So, students are listening to the lecture, lecturer, or to Sajida. You can say my name also, right? Okay, thank you for that. What is the subject there? Students. Sure, all of you? No? No, somebody said here no. Somebody deliberately said no just to create some kind of a, yeah, students is the subject there. Because that is how the sentence begins and that is the main character. Now after subject, we have already looked at that SVO structure. Next we have the verbs. Verbs, we all know what are verbs? Yeah? We all know verbs as action verbs. Now what we also need to know is that there are other kinds of action verbs. And we should also know how this verb changes when it is in past form. You all know that is what I'm saying. But then, please pay attention, something new is here. And if you are already familiar, it will be nice if you can also contribute and give us newer examples. Okay. So when we are talking about verbs, we are talking about how they show action. Now these words, you see studies, writes, thinks, employs. These are action verbs. Then there would also be linking words like is. Then again there are 3 forms of be, is, am, are. Would have heard of all that. 3 forms of be, is, am, are. In past tense it would become okay. Yeah. There are also these helping verbs, can, do, does, things like that. So here I'm using the same example. Human rights becomes the subject, our natural rights becomes the object. Noori and Pushpa had because it goes in the past tense. In present it would become okay. If we have to say now, this has gone in past, right? Therefore we used had. Had is past. Let's say Noori and Pushpa are sitting here. Any Noori or Pushpa here in the class? Wow, man. Will it be have? If Noori and Pushpa are sitting right now in the class, what will you say? Now, right now. Very good. You're making all the effort. Will you be able to write that sentence? And I want all of you to now think. This example has gone in the past. This verb is in the past. Okay? Let's say if Noori and Pushpa are right now in the class. Or can I have 2 names? Maitri and Shailaja. So I will change Noori and Pushpa. Maitri and Shailaja dash an excellent training program right now. So please make a note of that in your notebooks because we will come back to it when we do our tenses. And then you have to tell me what would be the correct verb. Have you written that sentence in your notebook? Because we'll come back to it when we do the tenses. Please tell which sentence. Maitri and Shailaja dash. Answers we are not saying. We are just saying that keep this verb space empty. An excellent training session. You can continue that. What verb will come? And I'm giving you one hint, one clue also I'm giving you that Shailaja and Maitri and Shailaja right now in the class. That is a big hint for you. So when we do tenses, we will come back to that.
It is past tense. We need to convert it present tense right now.
That if it is happening right now. Okay, you write it. I will come back to it. Okay, you are saying have, right? I will just write here have. Can we just convert had to have and be happy with that? We will come back to that. Let us proceed. Is it? Is it? I mean, I am asking a question, you are asking a question. How is it? Somebody has to give an answer, right? Let's see. Let us pause here. Let us park it there. But the sentence is with you. Shailaja? Oh, sorry, Maitri and Shailaja, right? Who are our 2 names? Maitri and Shailaja dash an excellent training session. That dash fill in the blank we'll do after some time. If you have the answer, write it. Already done. Okay, very good. We'll check later. Here, this is just an activity. I just want 4 people. Okay, who would like to tell me the subject verb for this first sentence? Who can do that? First sentence, volunteer. One volunteer, one person. Everybody is. Who will say this? What is the subject here and what is the object here? One person I say, one student I need, one volunteer. One means one. Always first bench, no. I used to always sit at the end of the class.
Anjali subject,
A degree from OU. Okay, okay. Thank you. Second question. Second sentence. Yes, madam. You can she, what's your name? Dhani. Let Dhani speak, please.
Prakash is a subject, madam. Work అనేది verb.
Work అనేది verb.
NGO అనేది object.
Okay, now can you say that in English?
Prakash is subject, madam.
Yes, madam.
Work is verb.
Yes, madam.
NGO is object.
Very good. Okay, thank you, madam. Third one? Who's, okay. One amongst the boys, this side. So, girl is called Chori, you said, right? I said girls is Chori, so boy it is Chora. Which is very similar to Rajasthani. Yeah, in Rajasthani also we say that, right? Chori, Chora. Similar. Okay, okay, one of the boys, please. If you could do this sentence. Yes.
I submitted my project report.
Yes.
I mean subject, ma'am.
Huh.
Submitted work.
Okay. Project report. Okay, the last one.
We is subject.
We are going with
Going is object.
This boys, especially at the last two rows of boys. Are you here with me or are you all outside in your own? We are all here, right? Okay. So those who gave me a thumbs up, could you, one of you please read this and tell me? Yes, yes, please. We are subject. Yes, we are subject.
Tomorrow is object.
Tomorrow is object. We are. Yeah. How did tomorrow become the subject, sir, for you? Object for you? Field trip, right?
Field trip is object.
Yes, field trip is the object. Are going main verb. Because you gave me a thumbs up, so I had to. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Okay, let's move. I know that was easy. Now here, I know all of you know, I'm just brushing up your knowledge also. But somewhere, see, the thing is, what I'm able to see, you all know the rules. But as you are telling me the rules, when you construct the sentence, there is some kind of, yes, change is happening and your sentence is something new from what the rule was. So you have told me that SVO is correct, but when you tell me something, that V is changing all sorts of forms. So we have to be little careful about the verb that we use and what tense does it come in, right? So this is a sheet. Okay, this is a sheet that kind of captures all the verb tenses. Now, what you have to do is, how you need to read is simple past, present simple, future simple.
Yes, ma'am.
My friends this side, last 2-3 rows. Dhani's row and behind Dhani. Yeah. What is the verb that has come here? Help. Okay. And does the nature of the verb helped, does it change? It's helped here. It's help here. Will help here. Why is that change happening? Yes, it is past, present and future. So, therefore, according to the time. Okay, thank you so much for that. So, when we think about the timeline, we have said now, yeah, at present, something prior to that, something after that. You know that. Simple past, simple present, simple future. Right? When do we say everything in simple present? This sentence that you gave me, what is the tense that we have used here? Simple present. Thank you so much. Simple present. But why have we said plays here? Why didn't we say she is playing?
She is plays continuously, ma'am. She plays every time.
She's answering now. Yeah. Yeah, why is it that I have added S there? Why not ED? Or why not just she play cricket? ED means V3 is ED. Then what is V2 form, madam? Okay, let us do this. Give me a verb. Play. V1, play. V2, played. V3, wonderful. Whatever English we knew till now, everything we have forgotten. Yes? Because of lack of using the language. I forgot my Telugu because I am not speaking Telugu these days. There is V4 also. What is V4? So won't something else come with that? No, has, have. So why are you not talking about that? I remember, there is no structure, there is structure. Where? Then, so there is a reason, there is a place where you will use that ing form. But when do you use the ing form?
If in present
There is no ing. Can I add ing form?
present continuous,
Okay. This is what tense?
play simple.
This is simple present. Why is it simple present? That is what I just want to understand. This is, Madam, now you will invent V10 also.
Ma'am,
This,
PS will be the verb of 5.
if, okay, can I? May I? Okay, thank you. Because this is something that she does almost every day. This is her hobby. Routine. She plays cricket.
Yes, ma'am, I told this.
You told that? Okay, we didn't hear. Others did not hear. So, because that is a routine activity, it takes an S. And that is what I was looking for. But you all went into V3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Newer verbs you have followed. Okay? So, simple present we all know. Even for general truth we use simple present. The sun rises in the east. In the news headlines, you remember? The news headlines, first slide, news headlines. It follows simple present. News headlines, we use simple present. Wow, very good. Buys. These verbs, please look at it. This is what I'm saying. Buys, breaches. This sentence, how many verbs are there? And what is the nature of verbs here? Third headline, how many verbs are there? How many verbs are there? 5, 4, 1, 2. Sure. Sure, there are 2 verbs. How many verbs are there in third? Who said 2? How many of you feel there are 2? 2 verbs. Okay, please tell us, sir, your name? Sikandar. Yeah, Sikandar, please. Tell us what are the verbs that you see. You said there are 2 verbs. Now you said 2. What are the 2? How many verbs are there in this headline? Sikandar, 2. Which are those 2? Self-destructs. Then offers.
Reminder.
Offers a reminder. Frustrations? No?
watch, star watch.
Okay. Here,
Offer a reminder 3.
this one, you are able to see the S in the end for all the verbs. So, when we talk about simple present, we are talking of headlines also in simple present. Truths, routines, etc. You know that. Okay. Past simple, what will be the past simple of that? She plays cricket. Simple past, how will you convert that?
She played cricket.
She has played a lot of cricket. Future?
She plays future. She plays. She will play cricket.
She will play cricket. All of us agree on that. Very good. I hope you have not forgotten our two friends, Maitreyi and Shailaja. Now you remember them? Let us now move to this one. Now, Maitreyi and Shailaja are right now in my training session. Now what verb will come there? Very good. Huh? Are having. Are having. Maitreyi and, can one of you please read it again loud? Maitreyi and Shailaja are? Yeah, Maitreyi and Shailaja. Is that Maitreyi. Yeah, and Shailaja are having an excellent, yes, are having an excellent training session. Is that correct?
Yes. No, ma'am.
That Maitreyi and Shailaja have to tell us, no? Noori and Pushpa are having. Is it wrong or right? Why? So it means that they are not enjoying the session. Who is saying that? Are you able to see? Had was there in the past, but when we are talking about now, right now, present form, present, but it is continuous action that is happening right now. Here it says, I am eating breakfast. Now it is am and eating. But you all know that there are these three forms, and I will go to that slide in a while again. Is, am, are, forms of being, we know that. So, Maitreyi and Shailaja are, the verb plus ing will come for the present continuous. Future continuous, I will be, or Maitreyi and Shailaja will be, yes, yes. And then past continuous, Maitreyi and Shailaja. Now, when it is past, was is singular. Because we are talking of Maitreyi and Shailaja together, two people, was is singular. Now there are two people. Were, very good. Were. No, but they were having training session, no? They were not having breakfast. Shailaja and were having.
Had completed.
There are two actions happening here. So Maitreyi and Shailaja were having a good training session when somebody disturbed them. Right? That is also an action. Something that happened in time. So what is most important? See, these structures may not come much in use, but this will be there, commonly used for us. these three structures are commonly used again, right? Here again, if you see now, but present perfect is most important for us, and I'm also talking to you from the perspective of how you, when you read texts in your assignments, right? What are the different disciplines that we come from? Our bachelor's, BCom, BSc, BCom, all streams are there, right? Now, if you go back and look at all your reading material or texts which are given to you, you will understand that in academic writing, in your books, in your all journal articles, the three tenses that you usually see are simple present, simple past, and present perfect. Present perfect, where you have to use the word have. Because see, whenever we do research, we always refer to something in the past. That research has shown, or it has been proved. So has, have, present perfect structure, that tense is very important when we do our assignments and when we write, especially when we are interested in studies. Present perfect. Past perfect may not come, because we are talking of all. I'm talking about present perfect because this is an activity that happened earlier, but it is still continuing. Yeah? So, sorry? So, if we go by the same context of cricket, were there women playing cricket in the past? In the past meaning when? Say, 10 years ago women were playing cricket? We had Indian cricket team. You will say since, but if you have to say, what I'm saying is that cricket as an activity is, it was there earlier. So women have been playing cricket. Women have been playing cricket, and yes, since you can use, yeah. But that have, I'm looking at the construction of have been. So the activity happened in the past, but it is still continuing now. And whenever we talk about research, please remember when we have to provide reference to multiple other studies, other researches which have happened in the past. And now again the same, it continues till the present. So we should be careful about these three tenses: simple present, simple past, and present perfect. How many times will we say in continuous? From an academic perspective, I'm saying those three are important. This becomes important. For our research related, academic related, please see there is a difference. Yeah? Then you have this present perfect continuous. Yeah. Future perfect is not much in use, but this table is important. If you want, I can share this with your teachers. Okay, what is the joke happening there? Sikandar? Now I know your name. Yeah, what happened? At least say that in a sentence. Yeah, Sikandar. You don't have to take a photo of this. I will share these slides if you want on tenses. I will share the PDF with you. But on the promise that you are all going to read it and not get further confused. Say that again. Important call from where? Your father knows we are in a class, right? Okay. Agreement. These are all the subject, right? These are different verbs. I write, I speak, Okay, great. You speak. Yeah. So whenever it is, yes, thank you very much. He writes, she writes, it writes, I don't know what writes on its own. Chat box, technology, yeah. Or the laptop writes, I don't know, maybe a pen writes. But what you have to be careful is the use of S. But when it is in plural form, they or students, I have said Archana and Hina, will again go by Maitreyi and Shailaja and Dhani maybe. Now we know one more student's name. So when it is in this third person plural, the verbs again, the form changes. We should be familiar with that. Okay. One of you, yeah. Yes. Could you please, because you were talking, so I think you can give us, pick anything and give us one complete sentence. Pick any subject, any verb, object, you take your own. You want to try that? Okay, which means that I will have to now ask 5 of you to give me 5 sentences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I have the volunteers? Who will give me 5? Every time I cannot hear one voice. Multiple voices, different voices, voices we haven't heard. Think after him. Sorry? Thank you. I was just going to say that. Who said that? Thank you. Yeah. Okay. I speak Telugu also. You want to try? Okay, thank you. No, but this is not a group task. This is individual task. See? They have, yeah. Okay, let's listen. What's your name? Sony. Okay, let's listen to Sony first. Sony, you want to try? Pick any of the subject from here. Pick any of the verb and make sentence for us. Let Sony try, please. Say that again. I write a letter. Okay. If you have to say that in the past, how will you say? I wrote a letter. Okay, great. Thank you. Clap. Applause for Sony. Thank you. My friend here, you didn't say it till now. What's your name? Praveen. Yeah, Praveen, you want to try?
I write stories.
Sony took I. So this subject is gone. Now pick any of these subjects. No, let Praveen. We speak English very well. Okay, we speak English very well. Okay, thank you. Round of applause for Praveen. Okay, next, third, sentence 3. Yeah, please. You've been waiting. She writes an essay. Okay, great. Okay, tell me. He receives money on a monthly thing. That means somebody has been sending him. Okay, great. But in past, how would it be? He received. And in the future, if you have to say? In the present perfect, how will you say? Perfect, present perfect. With all these rules, all of us are going to forget. Huh? He? Okay. One more. Yes, please. They speak in English. So one receive, speak, write. Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Round of applause for all of you, I think. This is not very clear, but then because we are talking about subject-verb agreements, okay, please pay attention here. Now, this slide is a slide which talks or which captures, sorry, the color coding is little different. Not able to see this? I will read it. One of my friend is from Mumbai. One of my friend is from Mumbai. It is, so we don't say it is wrong. That is why I am saying that it is inappropriate. We usually say it. One of my classmate, one of my friend, one of my, that is not correct because we need to add an end. So when we talk about this subject verb agreement, we are talking about one of my friends. So I have many friends and I am talking about one friend. One of my friends is from Andhra or Delhi. One of my classmates went to, one of my classmates, because there are many classmates, I am talking of one of them. One of my favorite. Now, can I have two sentences with this construction? One of my, and please complete it. One of my favorite. One of my favorite. One of my favorite actor or actors. You have one of. See, I have 2-3 favorite actors. So amongst those 4, one. Therefore, you have to say one of my favorite actors. Okay, when I say one of my friends, I have many friends. Among those friends, one of them. Similarly, when I have so many favorite actors, one of my favorite actors, one of my friends, one of my teachers, one of my friends. You're again saying, you must add S whenever you are saying one of my, that verb will have S. Very good. One of my enemies you are saying. How many enemies you have? You seem to have a lot of enemies. Now, because you have used the word enemies, can you also tell us the spelling of that? No, Praveen, right? Your name? Praveen. Now you have to do that. What was that? In school we were given this dictation. 100 times you have to write. So enemy, enemies, the word changes. The spelling when it is plural. You need to be careful about all those. So one of my enemies, continue it. You said one of my enemies. Complete the sentence. It's not complete. One of my enemies. How is that complete? Praveen, I'm writing a sentence here. One of my enemies. Praveen, complete it. What is missing here? Is that a complete sentence? Good, you gave that example. Is that a complete sentence? Yeah, why did you say in this training session?
Enemies.
One of my enemies is in this training session.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct?
Because the training
Who is
session
that?
right now.
I'm asking you, is that a correct? Do you have an enemy now amongst us? Am I your enemy? Who is your enemy? Okay, one of my enemies is in this training session. The grammar is correct. I don't know if the actual sentence is correct or not. Yeah. Okay, so please remember. I can, any other, okay, enemies is not a very nice term, but any other word I can replace with this word? One of my friends is in this training session. Another word in place of one of my colleagues. Huh? Sir, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Are you all still confused? I mean, good that that confusion is there, and that is why I wrote it here. That, do you have only one friend?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have any friend. If you have only one friend, you will say my friend. You will not say one of my friends. If you have one friend, you will just say my friend is in the training room. When I'm saying one of my friends, one of my colleagues, I have so many colleagues, but I am talking only of one. So one of my teachers went to the USA or to attend the conference. One of my, is that correct? I mean, is that clear? So that subject verb agreement you should remember always. Can I have one more example, please? Because still there is some confusion. Yes, please try. Very good. Confidence is one of my strengths. So I have many strengths and confidence is one of those strengths. Very good. Amongst the boys, anyone wants to try one sentence with one of the... Sorry? One of my strange stories. Did you say that? That is nice. Yeah, Sikandar. Can you complete that? One of my favorite stories? Or one of my favorite movies also. Are you clear? What is your name? Your name? Veeranna. Veeranna, are you clear now? One of my favorite movies. So I have many favorite movies. One favorite movie. One of my favorite movies is Pushpa. Pushpa 1 I like. Okay. Settle. Yeah? Okay, great. Now similarly you have, okay, on the board. Attention here, please. Yeah. Okay. So one of our departments has a course on urban studies. One of the reports. Now each of the student is given a laptop. So whenever we use the word each, yeah, each of the student is wrong. Each of the students is given or each student is. So both the construction are correct. Each of the students is. Each of the students is given a laptop or that kit that all of you have. So please remember this. Okay. I hope you don't need a break right now. I'm not giving you a break. Do we need a break? No need? Okay. How many of you need a break? Nobody? No need. Okay, great. Thank you. There is no time for break. We are all going to study back to back. Yeah, constantly for 2 hours. Okay. This one. Where were you missing? Okay, please sit. I'm coming down. You, I don't know if you guys are actually paying attention. Yeah. Let me just say this and then. Okay. Do I have volunteers who can answer this? No. Nobody from the first row. Somewhere from the middle row. Praveen, what has happened? Praveen? Listen now. Yeah. I didn't even ask. You want to answer just 1 second. So here you have to fill A and the or X. Why am I saying X? Because? No. You don't have to add. Sometimes, now what are A and the? These are called as articles. Right? Let us do this activity and then we will discuss the rules. Can all of you pay attention here? Yeah? A or an or the or X would mean no article. Worksheets. That printing, no? We are saving paper. Okay. No, but you can answer here. No, but see, no, there is no group answer now. I want individual person to answer. One of you. Okay? But first one, who wants to answer? Raise your hands. Okay. There, yes. What would come here? A and the or no article? A will come? Okay. Why do you think A will come here? Or A? That is correct. Thank you. Why are we saying a new training tool? It is new. Yes? We don't have any background information about that. New information. Yeah. So, a new training session. Your name, please? Sona Bai. Now, Sona Bai, could you read the entire sentence, the first sentence? Begin. From 1st February 2025. Okay, thank you, Sonabai. Who would go for the second sentence? Second sentence, who's going to tell us? Yes, please. Who can do this? Yes, your name? Yeah, you. Vani. Okay, Vani. Yeah, please read the second one.
Due to a large number of students, the training session will take place
On, and then you stopped. Complete it. On the what will come there? So what is it? I thought this was an individual task. It has become a group task now. So you are saying here it will be the, yes, Vani, right? Vani, here it is the. And here, how many of you feel the is correct here? Is it correct, the? Why do you say no? How many of you feel it is no? Is it an X or the? See, all the girls are very confident that it is the. Do boys also think that way? Yeah? The here will come because, Vani, can you tell us why is the here?
We already know
We already know the information. Thank you very much. So, due to a large number of students, the training session, which training session? This English writing session, right? Will take place on dash MS learning platform. Here, Vani became confused here. You just stopped. Why? Whether an article will come. What will come from here? You are saying the will come here? All of you agree that the will come here? The or a? But correct? Lock? Okay. If I say that there will be an X, there will be no article there.
Yes, ma'am.
Why, sir? Tell us.
X ఉండదు ma'am. Actually articles are until A and the. Only 3 మాత్రమే.
No. X here I said is no article or nil. There are rules when you do not use any article. When do we use that? There is a rule like that. One you can sit and also answer. When do we not add an article? Do you add articles in front of names? Give me an example. In front of names. The earth. Yeah. Because there is only. Yes. MS Learning. The MS Learning platform we don't say. It is a name. So we will not add now. There are rules again behind that. We will say the USA. I will come to the rules. But usually in front of names, we do not, in front of the nouns, we do not use articles. I will not say I am from the Hyderabad. I am from the India. But I will say I am an Indian, I will say. I am the Indian. I am not some one unique person here, that I am the Indian. I will not say that. I am an Indian. I am Indian will be wrong. I am an Indian, right? Because I am talking about my nationality there. So whenever we talk about nationalities, we use an article. But with names, we do not use. And this is a name of a platform. Like how we have all these learning platforms. We have Zoom, we have Google Meet, Microsoft Teams. So please remember that. And this is one of the most common errors that we do when it comes to the English language. So here, because we are talking of a name, MS Learning Platform, it's a name and therefore it will not take any kind of article, and that is the X. There is nil, no article. Okay, next sentence. Who's doing the next sentence? Dash meeting link will be sent as per the timetable. Dash. Who would like to do that? Yes, sir. Please. Could you answer this? I don't know your name. Yeah, you are looking at me. Second last row. Yes, you, please. Yes. Yeah, your name? Let him, your name, please? Kalyan. Kalyan, could you do this sentence for us? This sentence. Who is helping you? Okay, if you give me an answer which also means that there is a rule behind that, right? You all know that now there is a rule behind everything. So dash meeting link will be, can you please read that? I know you like your book a lot. Huh? Okay, now try please. No, from here. Dash.
Meeting link will be sent for the timetable.
Dash day in advance. What will come there? What will come in those blanks? This is over. There is a full stop here. This is over. The sentence begins here. What will come here? A and the. The. Why will the come? The meeting is? You are not paying attention. Yeah? When you say meeting link, you already know that I am talking about this meeting which will happen on this online platform. So I know the information. Yeah? When I know, I will use the. So when I say the meeting link, I know which meeting we are talking about. The online meeting for English writing skills. So the has a rule. Okay? The meeting link will be sent as per the timetable dash day in advance. A day in advance. Thank you so much. But now we have to say, why are we saying a day in advance? Why not the day in advance? We all know which. Why are we saying a day in advance? Okay, very good. Say that in English now. No, the whole idea is to also make you all speak, right? I want English to be a fun, enjoyable. Yeah, very good. So, I mean, one of the students here said is one. So here in this context, here it could be one or a new, something very new. But here when we are saying a day in advance, that means 1 day in advance.
Yes, ma'am.
Who said that loud? Yes? Okay. That energy is good? Okay. So a day in advance. This sentence who would like to do? One from our, Shailaja, yeah. Shailaja, you want to try this? Shailaja. Where is Maitreyi? Huh? Okay, Shailaja, you try this. Madam is written on the board. Madam is written there. You said the madam.
Student should register for the classes well in advance.
Okay. Why do we say the?
Because classes
Well advance.
The
classes is many classes are there, ma'am. Not a single
the classes well in advance. Which classes we are talking about? Do we know what class? Yes. So we know the information, therefore you are saying the. So known information we always use the. Sorry.
And also the classes, no, ma'am, not a class.
Why will A come? If I say a class, please sit. Thank you, Shailaja.
There is no single class. There are many classes are there.
So one of the classes is English class. One of the training programs is English class. That English construction is correct. But here, students should register for the classes. Do you see this is one paragraph?
Yes, ma'am.
And when I'm talking about classes, do I know which classes I'm talking about? Do I have that information with me? Yes or no? I know that information. Therefore, I'm being more specific, more definite. I am being more definite. The classes, students should register for the classes well in advance. Dash, a link will be sent. Very good. Why are we saying a? One link, yes. A link will be activated 15 minutes before the start of the session. Okay, great. A and the. All of you did a good job. Thank you. Please. Yes. Pat yourselves. Yes. So these are the answers. Okay. So you should know when to use Because most of the times we tend to use the in the wrong places where it shouldn't appear. Okay. X is nil, no article.
Why, ma'am?
I have to sing the song again because that's a name. MS Learning Platform. Okay? So these are some rules that apply when we talk about a and an. So you are all familiar with this, with vowels and with consonants? With vowels and consonants? Okay, why is it a conference and an assistant? Yes, thank you so much. So we are looking at the consonant sound. So this is conference, which is, what is the sound here? The sound here is k. The sound here is m. Not me, m. Here the sound is employee. Employee. Assistant. So, okay, here, YEAR. Everybody is quiet now. Yeah. What is the sound here? U. Yeah. Okay. So because the sound is ya is a consonant. Okay. University. HONOUR. HONOUR. So the H here is silent. Similarly here again H, honest. But trust me, many of us, despite knowing that H is silent, we say honor. Honorable. Yeah. You all know it, but I know that in a situation you will do that. So please remember, these are silent H with a pronounced H. Healthcare. Her is a consonant. So you use when to use a, when to use an. Okay, those are the rules. Careful. Vowel sound, yes. So our focus should be on the sound of the word. Yeah. And also we have to think about these plural nouns and uncount nouns. Yeah? You will know the plural noun. Give me an example. Women. Women. Women, men. Those are plural noun, right? You won't say a women, you will not say. A women, you will not say. A men or an men, no, you will not say all that. So you have to be careful. And similarly with uncount nouns like advice, baggage, equipment. These do not take S. We should know that. Equipment itself means many things together. Accommodation, advice. We don't say advice, 10 advices. No. Advice is advice. So with all these words, we do not use articles. And similarly with plural nouns. Okay? When we were talking about we said the Maldives, the United States, the World Health Organization, the United States, right? But the moon, the sun, the president of an organization, the VC, because entire Osmania University will have one VC. So we say the VC. Yes, the Vice Chancellor. So we need to know if it is only one or many. Now here, meeting of the HODs, head of the departments, to discuss. Because each of the department will again be one. The departments, I'm saying, plural.
Why the HOD before the added? Because HODs, there are many HODs are there.
Yeah, there are many HODs. The HODs that we know, we already know who the HODs are.
We know only one HOD, remaining.
HOD will be there, no? There is only one HOD.
Once it's added, yes, now there are plural HODs and many.
Here it's actually departments. It's just an abbreviation. The actual word is departments. So that shouldn't be. Yes. So there will be only one HOD in one department. Okay. Similarly, the president will be one, the vice president or the vice chancellor will be one. This again, please pay attention whenever we talk about the century, these decades, the 1920s, 1960s, the fashion in the 1980s is coming back. So whenever you talk about these decades, you must add the next to the that year or that decade that we are talking about. Currencies, the dollar, the pound. Again, symbols like the Ashok Chakra. So we should be careful about when we have to use the definite article. Basically, when the reader knows. Who is the reader? We are the readers because we read the information. So if you know the knowledge and if all these conditions fulfill, the should be used. This one? You all should be making notes of this and not clicking images. Okay, nationalities I've told you. Chinese, English. English is a nationality also. People from? English are who? The UK, okay. Spanish and Russian.
Chinese.
So we do not use the before. We are talking about people here, nationalities. Don't get confused with the food. Right? Because for food also sometimes we use these terms. So please do not get confused. So you will not say, I play the volleyball. You will not say that. I play volleyball. And first you remember you said she plays cricket. You didn't say she plays the cricket. So you were correct in the beginning, but there is a rule. So again, as you're talking about the academic subjects, maths, mathematics, biology, history. So this slide is about how we do not, or there is zero article. So that X there was zero article. Where?
When the subjects, before the subjects.
Yeah, but you can say the mathematics class is later. So you are talking specifically of the mathematics class, not the English class, like that. So information, that knowledge should be, so you have to be careful about when and in what context I am talking about. Okay. Okay, I'll spend the last 10-15 minutes on this. Yeah, that is what I want to ask you.
How should we eat to grandma?
So, absolutely. So, we looked, I've come to the final stage of the lecture, which is on what is missing here from these two sentences? Punctuation. We looked at articles.
I love cooking.
I can find food for my family and pet.
We'll come to that. Can I complete the sentence? You are also excited. Okay, that's very nice. See, we looked at subject verbs, subject verb agreement, we looked at tenses, we looked at articles. Finally, we have moved to punctuation, which plays an important role. Now, these are really funny sentences, and it also tells you the importance of comma in a sentence. Now, if you were to put comma here, where would you add the comma? And the meaning completely depends on that. So, where will the comma come and who can tell us?
Let's కి మధ్య వస్తది apostrophe. Ma'am, let's కి apostrophe వస్తది. Yes, before yes, let's apostrophe.
Okay, let's.
Then it after comma.
Okay,
Last grandma full stop.
okay, okay. So you suggest there will be a apostrophe here, comma will come here, and then a full stop there. Okay, all of you agree to that? Okay, wonderful. And how about the first one?
There is totally like
First one.
cooking comma, ma'am. Cooking comma.
Uh,
Ma'am, comma after cooking.
yes. Your name, please? Yeah. Naveen. Naveen. Where will I put commas in this sentence? Huh? Cooking. After cooking? Then only one comma, or will I need more commas there? Huh?
Full stop at last.
That's enough?
End of the full stop.
So you are saying, I like cooking, my family and my pets. Grammatically it is correct, only punctuation is missing.
Yes, ma'am.
And once you add punctuation, the grammar is taken care of, you don't have to add for.
Ma'am, full stop after three.
Yeah, Naveen is trying, let him try. No, you try Naveen, they have been trying. Anyone else other than Naveen, Naveen's neighbor?
Navin's neighbor.
Yeah, both of you can work on this together, not a problem.
House inauguration.
So Naveen says, I like cooking, comma, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct? Can we give marks to Naveen?
Yes, ma'am.
Naveen, you don't have friends here, Naveen. Okay, yes. After my, will there be a comma? After family, will I have a comma? After pets, will I have comma?
No, ma'am. Full stop. Full stop.
Full stop. Why is there no comma after family?
And is between those family and pet. There is and is
Okay, interesting. This is called the Oxford comma. See, it is important that in this kind of a list, this is a list. In such listing, you have to be careful about. In a list, cooking is one unit. My family is the second unit. My pets is the third one. So the list is, so it can also be, I like ice cream, biryani and, I said biryani already. Okay, gulab jamun, I like gulab. Okay, so I like biryani, ice cream. So three things I like, right? If I don't put a comma here, then it is only two things. So if I have to make it as three things, I will say I like okay, biryani, comma, ice cream, comma, and gulab jamun and full stop. So then I like three things. So you decide whether you want three things or two things. All three, right? So this is very important. The use of comma. Now we have eaten biryani, ice cream, everything is over. Okay, now let's come back here. I like cooking, comma, my family, comma, and my pet. So I like three things here.
Ma'am, if and is available, why should we keep commas before?
Because it is a list and the end of the list, I need an and there. Okay? Are you able to first understand the list here?
Not understand.
1 item, 2 items, 3 items. 3 items are there. In list, you have to use.
But if it is in sentence, how should
It is? Yes, in a list. Because then what will happen is, if I do not put a comma here, then all this becomes one. So that comma in a list is important. Go back and check again.
ma'am,
I remember, because this is one of the things we learn, one of the things that we learn.
ma'am, whatever may be, but when we are preparing our list or anything, in sentence there will be and is available. Then
And will be there, because at the end of the list, you must have.
but there is no
So,
comma.
okay, how many subjects do you have in your college?
5 subjects. 5 subjects.
5 subjects? Now make a sentence out of this.
Okay.
Right, you can write it. You can write that. You have 5 subjects in your course, right? Yeah, so what are the 5 subjects you have? Okay, Telugu. I heard him. Telugu, comma, English, comma,
Botany,
comma.
zoology, and computer.
Yes.
No, ma'am, and computer.
After the,
And
we should.
no. And
That is the rule, and this is, okay, can I complete?
yes, completely, ma'am. But last is and.
Last is and, agreed, but and is before completing. X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
Y and Z are not together.
No.
Y is separate. Therefore, a comma is needed to separate, to convey clear meaning.
Sentence is ending, ma'am. How could we keep the comma?
Sentence is ending, therefore you put a period at the end.
And we are putting and.
No, and is to say that this is the last of the list.
Yes.
Yes. So I have pens, pencils, books,
Okay, if
and
sentence is continuous, we can keep comma.
laptop.
If sentence will be going to continue,
Okay, the point is, whenever there is a list, and this is a rule, this is called the Oxford's comma. And in a list, choice is there whether you want to use it or not, but if you do not use it, it will be considered as, yes. So this Oxford's comma, we must use it. This is something new. I understand that this is a new thing that you're learning, but please remember, whenever we do this listing, and when it comes to punctuation, you separate each item with a comma. Please just remember that. So can we have one sentence now finally?
okay, ma'am.
With this list,
Okay, ma'am.
who can construct a sentence and tell us with the punctuation thing? So the way we said, I like ice cream, comma, biryani, comma, and gulab jamun.
Same as it is.
One more sentence with this example can we have? No, I like your other sentence. My course has English, comma, Telugu, comma, political science, comma, history, comma,
And etc.
and
And etc.
or sociology. Yes, I like Charminar, comma, Golconda, comma, Birla Mandir, comma.
Tank bund, comma. Tank bund, comma.
What was the fourth one?
Tank bund.
ISKCON temple, comma, and Tangban. Okay, so the list goes on. So what we... Yeah, very good. So you have a long list of items. Very good. So, but please remember, listing, you put comma after every entry, and before the last entry, you have to use an and there. Okay? Great. Let's come back to... It is possible. Thing is, even in my childhood, trust me, I was told that there is no comma in this. my childhood I learned the same, but after growing up, after joining IFLU, I realized that yes, there are rules.
If we same writes in English grammar, they will be wrong that sentence.
It is not wrong. This is the correct one. So please learn. We are all here to learn. This is what you were saying, right? Apostrophe, comma, and a period. Okay, great. Did you say something? Okay, so punctuation is nothing but symbols. We all know that. Symbols that separate and give meanings to words. Right? So, and when we use commas, what we are saying is that we are giving it a pause. A pause. What words are quotations? Do we all know the term quotation? What is the meaning of this word quotation?
Quotation is a thought.
Quotation is a thought, okay. It can also be, see, when we do our reports, let's say you have to prepare a report. You refer to some other report. So, even if you are looking at this NSSO data, you will look at an old report and you take something from that. You will put that information in double quotation marks. Double quotation. You can do that, but nowadays people don't do it. Putting that important thing in double quotation marks, that trend has changed. Okay? Not really. Actually, too many quotations are also very distracting. So, if you want your work to be more academic, more scholarly, use less quotation marks. So, punctuation marks are important so that you can convey the message clearly. So, for me, biryani and gulab jamun are two separate things. They are not together. So, if I don't put the comma there, or if I do not put the comma in these at the right place, the meaning changes. How?
It's okay. It's always okay.
Yes, you got it now clear.
Okay. So, this I've taken it from this website. That's a good website, gamesforesl.com. You can all go and check. This is a description of when to use period, when to use comma, question mark, exclamation.
Colon, semicolon.
So, colon, introduce a list. So, you can also write that sentence, I like the following colon. Or, yeah, so whenever you write the subjects or whenever you have to give a list, you can always use a colon. This one, exclamation point. In most of our chat messages, we use a lot of exclamation, but please remember when it is a formal writing, just use one. So if you want to say greetings, just one.
Up to end, it comes two in end.
It will come in the end of the sentence. Not two, just one. I'm not talking of semicolon, I'm talking about exclamation. Exclamation, what do we do whenever we are writing? We put to show that, yes. No, it should be just one. Poem is different when you're, so let's say you're writing an email to somebody. You will say greetings from Osmania University or greetings from the Department of English. Yeah, so greetings from the Department of English. You will put one exclamation. You will not put 3 exclamation marks there. Yeah. So we should be careful about that. We know when to use a question mark whenever there is a question. Semicolon, there are 2 related clauses. You are just separating them. You don't want to break it. You are continuing it with a semicolon. Apostrophe we saw. Let's eat. Let us eat. I'll. I will. Haven't. Yes, for all those contractions we use Apostrophe. You know these parentheses, square brackets, slash, dash, hyphen. So let me take you again back to when we started. When we started, I showed you this slide. Headlines. That there was some grammar in that. Now when you look at the headlines, now you know that because this is a headline, you will not have a period or a full stop. Yeah, we always call it full stop. It is actually called a period. Here in Indian English, we call it as full stop. You know how commas become important even when we talk about currency. Numbers, financially, currency. There is a list, you see, one list, two list, followed by a comma. Third list, okay? Pant and Jaiswal are together.
Why did it give the comma?
Because these two are to be treated together as one unit. Pant and Jaiswal. And this is 1, 2, it's like one biryani, one ice cream. Yeah, but you have to also see that this is a headline. Therefore, we are not looking at whether there is a conjunction missing or a preposition missing. So, because this is a headline, okay? Again, headline, there is some information given, comma. There is a question form here, but because this is a headline, there will be no question mark there because headlines are not looking for any grammatical correct information.
Ma'am,
Okay,
after junior doctor, there will be a full stop.
that's what I'm saying. Because these are newspaper headlines, there will be no comma, full stop, question mark at the end of it. And you can actually go and check this headline in today's newspaper. You know the news, yeah? Yes. These are headlines. I'm telling you, it is from today's The Indian Express headlines. You can go back and check and please read. And please constantly read and follow up on what is happening in the news. Spend at least just half an hour, I think, spending on the newspaper would be helpful to each one of us. Okay, I think, yeah, with that, this is the last slide. These are a list of some of the books that you can check. I know there are, you can buy it on Amazon, or there are also these sites which offer, I think, free downloads. So you can download these books. If you want, you can make a note of these books. Right. So that's the last slide. Any other questions? Anything we have? Okay, happy reading and writing. Thank you. Okay, this I will allow you to take a photo. Because you need the name of the author, you need the name of the book, and which year it was published. So this you can take, but it is not just the photo. You have to go back, at least try to get 1 or 2 books, or you can suggest it to your college to buy it and keep it with you. Okay, done? Any questions? We've had a nice discussion there. Yeah.